Evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chad with CD Shave, and thank you very much for joining me for today's head shave and product profiling. Before we get into that, let's get into the holiday of the day. Today's holiday of the day is going to be National Mom and Pop Business. That's right, support your local businesses, especially nowadays with all the different crises that's going on and different issues that people are having as a result. It's definitely important, if you can, to support your local mom and pop stores. Those are the smaller businesses that definitely need the support now more than ever. So consider that, and a lot of our artisans fall into that category. So support your local artisans. Now, that is the holiday of the day from CD Shave. Moving on to the soap, actually this is a soap and an aftershave. We're going to be profiling Fine Accoutrements. This particular one is Aquamarine. I've never used Fine until recently, so we'll go over that in a little bit. As far as the shaving soap is concerned, I have its matching aftershave right here. This is, again, Aquamarine as well. And they come in these cardboard boxes, as you can see. I got the soap there ready to go. Now this particular soap, scent on this one is rather light. It's a green aquatic fragrance, citrus, algae, and OAKMOSS and amber. I don't really detect much of the amber. And as you can see, it comes inside the tub like so, but it's pretty loose. And you can just take it right out as a puck, which is what I've chosen to do. In scent strength, I'd probably give this maybe a 3. It's really, really light. It's not a bad scent, it's just very, very light. Yeah, I really like it though. It's very, very nice. So basically what I'm going to do, I've been using this. I've used it a couple of times already, and I'm going to do what I've been doing. I basically take it and I mash it into the bowl. Not mash it, but kind of push it down in there. Just enough to keep it from moving around. Just throw a couple of drops of water on the top. I don't soak this. I've been getting away from soaking my soaps. Now this one is triple milled. So I completely understand if people do that. I've been getting away from it, and I've been doing it without soaking my soap, and I've been having pretty good luck. So we'll keep up with that trend. So let's get into the rest of the gear. As far as the shave is concerned, tonight we're going to be going with West Coast Shaving two-tone tall shave brush with a synthetic knot, second generation Boss knot. We'll be using for the razor. We're going to be using Gillette Fat Boy. We're going to be setting this up at a setting number 9. And we're going to be going with Feather Blade right there. This Feather Blade is on its 3rd use for those of you that keep track. And of course we also have the Witch Hazel in the JD bottle with a spray nozzle, and it is peach scented, but it really doesn't matter because as much as I don't really like the peach scent, it doesn't seem to interfere with any of these shaving products that I use because it goes away so quickly. So now, this particular soap I found takes a little bit longer to lather, but again, it is triple milled. I've noticed for me, I tend to take a little bit longer to do that on the few soaps that I've had where I've had to do that. So let's get right into the lather, shall we? Having said that, so I'm going to take a little bit of water. As you can see, it's got the I don't know if you can see that or not, but the guy on the, yeah, there you go, the guy on the picture. Like an indent on there. So I'm going to take a little bit of water and just start loading this up. So we'll take a look, see how long it takes. And we'll load this for, I don't know, we'll go a minute and see what we can do with this. So what I've been doing is I've been basically putting it in here, and the instructions come on it that tell you basically to load it off the puck and then take the loaded brush and go to a bowl with it, which is essentially what I do. So I load it for about a minute. I'm already getting tons of lather out of this. All right, so that's what I have in the brush. That's what I have in the bowl. And then basically take the puck. I've been taking it out. Just give it a quick rinse. Now this is not entirely necessary, what I'm doing. You don't have to do this. I just do it to try to test it out and see what I can get out of it and what I can't. So then I take this and I hit it. I go right to the bowl. And I just kind of go to town with it. Now this is adding lather time, which I'm not a huge fan of. But again, I'm kind of going above and beyond. I don't think I really need to go to a bowl for this. I think it does say you can go to your face or your head in my case. So it could go right to the head, but I just kind of wanted to see what I could get out of it for a lather, and there we go. Bowl full of lather already. So. I've already got quite the nice sheen going on. Yep, that's look at the peaks on that. So we're all ready to go on that. All right, so we've got our lather set. We're going to go ahead and load the blade into the razor. And while we're doing that, take a look at this.
The sea has a way of welcoming you onto the edge of the surf. Even in its most violent state, the sound and smell can be as calming as a spring day. Add it to the warmth of the sun, and you have a place to be that's almost eternal. Fine Accoutrements set out to capture that in their latest release of Aquamarine. With notes of green aquatic fragrance, citrus, algae, OAKMOSS, and amber, this 3.5-ounce triple milled shave soap comes in a plastic tub with waterproof label. It has a matching 100 milliliter aftershave that comes in a glass bottle, also with a screw top lid and waterproof label. The $16 soap and $20 aftershave can be found at the company's website of www.fineaccoutrements.com. Intrigued by the benefits of traditional wet shaving, the founder and CEO, Todd Mr. Fine Cerami, decided to try his hand at making his own aftershave. This came in early 2000s after he took to an Austria-based aftershave called Alt Innsbruck and wanted to recreate it and ended up stumbling onto his very own formula. Selling it online at first, it evolved into a full-blown website offering a variety of fine products. Although his company is American-based, the soap is made in the Netherlands, with the website claiming that is where Mr. Fine had to go to make the easiest, thickest, slickest, and most protective lather in the world.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As you can see, we've got our blade loaded up, ready to go. We get that kind of soaking in the water because I like a warm razor. We've got our lather ready to go. Now, as far as ease of lathering, I didn't really have an issue. It takes longer than I'd like, but I think that was mostly for me because I was taking the puck out and messing around with that. I think if I just basically load the brush off the puck, I can go right to the head with it without any problems. I don't need to make a lather in the bowl, but it just goes to show you that you can without any fairly large amounts of difficulty. That I do hear some difficulty with some people when it comes to a certain amount of triple milled soaps. People tend to, or the harder pucks, is, well, you know, you got to soak it longer. I clearly didn't have to. I hardly soaked it at all. I put a couple of drops of water on it, let it sit on there for not even a minute. So, a little bit of water on the head. We've got our lather ready to go. Let's do this shave and we'll talk about the post shave. See you in a bit. back, as you can see, Dopstat is completely smooth. We got no nicks, no cuts, no areas of irritation, smooth as glass. So let's get right into the post shave. Throw a little bit of witch hazel on. Now, as I said, this is not the first time I've used this soap, this particular soap. This is the first time I've used this company. What I mean by that is I've never used this company before till I got this soap, and I've used this soap a couple of times, including today. So I've had a little bit of experience with it. And as far as I'm concerned, the thing that probably impresses me the most on this is its post-shave. I don't have, during the shave itself, I mean, the ease of loading, I really didn't have an issue. It took a little bit longer than some of the other soaps, but I did explain that. I touched on that earlier before the shave. And as far as the ease of lathering, the same thing. Throughout the shave itself, I felt the scent strength stayed about the same. It was like a light citrusy with a little bit of C notes in there. And it stayed that way throughout the entire shave, right up into the end. And then just as I was pretty much, done shaving, and of course I do quite a few passes, the scent was kind of drifting off, which is fine. It's not a big deal. This is a really, really nice scent for me. And this is coming from somebody who likes a really heavy scent. It's a very nice, refreshing scent. If it's really warm outside and you don't really want to hit yourself with something heavy, this is a great alternative for that. Now, as far as the stability of the lather, it maintained its stability. It didn't dry out on me. I run into that with some soaps. It starts out great. It's got all the parts are there. It's slick, and then on my third pass, the soap, whatever I've got in the bowl, starts to dry out, and I end up either having to add more water or I just deal with it. And I don't like that at all. This maintained that. It held on to its hydration, which is really, really good. As I said, the post-shave feel. Now, along with the post-shave feel, what was interesting is in between my passes, when I was checking for the residual slickness, it was there, but I was also feeling some type of, like, my skin itself felt hydrated. It didn't feel somewhat dry or tight like it sometimes can get with soaps. This felt very, very hydrated, but slick at the same time, if that makes any sense to you. So, which I enjoyed. This is a little bit unique to this soap. I've never felt it quite like that in those combinations. So I'm be interested to see how this pairs over the next couple of months when I hit it a couple more times. And so as far as that's concerned, now the aftershave, talking about that. Scent on this is just as strong as the soap. It's very light, but it's a light, refreshing, clean scent. This is going to be great for the summer because it's also got a kiss of menthol in it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit on there. Actually, a lot, because I like a lot of aftershave. It's hard to explain in the sense that how light it is. It's light, but it's not something I would expect somebody to notice who's standing next to you. But it's just enough there that you're going to notice it. Yeah, and it's really, I really like this. This is going to be perfect for those really, really hot days when maybe you really don't feel like shaving, but you kind of have to because you haven't in a couple of days, and if you don't, you're going to look like heck, or you're just not going to feel right, so you shave anyway, but you don't want something real heavy, so but you don't like to do scentless. See, I don't like to do scentless stuff. I can here and there, but a lot of times I like to have some type of scent. This is just like just enough in it to give you that scent without it being overpowering. You don't want it. I'm really happy with this. Again, if I didn't touch on this, the alcohol is the aftershave is alcohol based. And I can't really say about the natural soap, so I have no problem there at all. Very, very little bit of steaming on there, but I imagine it's a good technique. I tend to go harsh on your skin, you tend to get a lot of steaming. That's kind of how it is. So, as far as this soap is concerned, I have been using it, and I actually do recommend this soap. I got no problem whatsoever. So, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to it. Although I just did want to point out that it's in the bottom here, made for West Coast shaving. This soap was made for West Coast shaving. It's available both on their Fine website and on westcoastshaving.com. So link to both of them in the description below. That is the shave, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, please reach out to me in the comment section below. You can find me on Instagram or Facebook. I'm on board. Please feel free to instant message me in the comment there if you'd like as well. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Make sure you knock that bell. That way you get notifications. That is it. gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you guys and girls in the next video.